Hello, Matt.
Hello, Bob.
Hi, and welcome everyone. I am in a cafe in the town of Carmona, Spain, and there's been a terrible tragedy here with 3 days of rain, terrific floods, water 3 or 4 feet in the streets of many cities. I am not too far from where Father Murr lives, and I've been staying at a convent just near this cafe where I'm sitting now speaking to you from. And we had a pilgrimage here and had a wonderful time with Father Murr the last 6 days. And nevertheless, this rainfall, which has dropped about a year's worth of rain on Spain in 2 days, two
Oh
three
my.
days, has overwhelmed many small streams, turning them into rivers. And people were caught sometimes with sudden flooding. Some elderly people were swept away. There has been more than 100 deaths. And Matt, Father Murr couldn't we couldn't reach Father Murr's house. We were scheduled to be there a couple hours ago and do a podcast from his home. And taxi drivers were not permitted to pass over the roads, which have 2, 3 feet of water on them. And I just thought we should still do a brief podcast to say it was a wonderful pilgrimage. Father Murr spoke to us in an eloquent, wonderful way about some main themes in spirituality in the church, the Virgin Mary, and how in our modern world we can return to these sort of refuges of the heart and the soul. You have any questions for me, Matt?
Well, first of all, I'm sorry that all this has happened. I'm sure that's been very difficult for you all on the pilgrimage, but I'm glad to hear that it went well overall. And was there a particular theme for this pilgrimage? I know it was a retreat pilgrimage, right?
Yeah, it's a retreat. Every pilgrimage is trying to first encounter other people and share with them your own experience, considerable time in prayer, and a time for escaping, in a sense. It's a retreat, really, from the modern world. We turn off our cell phones in the evenings, anyway, and we we visit various shrines here around Seville in southern Spain. Father
Hmm.
Murr is living in a very pretty little ranch house outside of Seville. And it's from Seville that Christopher Columbus set forth in 1492 on his journey to discover America. And his tomb is in the great cathedral of Seville, kind of imposing and uh, thought provoking to stand in front of his tomb. Um, I would like to maybe have a moment of prayer in the spirit of pilgrimage. Let's take a few seconds in silence. The entire nation of Spain has asked for silence at midday today of 1 minute, and we would like to join with the Spanish people in the sense of loss for more than 100 lives, and for all those also dear and near to us. I think we should have a moment of silence.
In the camera, like right in the camera, right there.
Okay, we pray for those who've lost their lives, for the repose of their souls. We pray for many Spanish villages in the south center of Spain, and we pray for all the families of everyone watching us, And so, Matt, maybe we just have one or two more things we could say about our plans, and then we'll have to sign off from Spain.
Yes, well, we've been working hard in the midst of the pilgrimage on finishing up the next magazine, the November-December edition, which we're excited about. We're going to have a lot of great content in the magazine. So folks can visit InsideTheVatican.com. And if they're not already subscribed, we certainly encourage them to subscribe. It's going to be a great issue coming out. And we also have some great guests, podcast guests lined up for next week. We're going to be welcoming Henry Sire, the author of The Dictator Pope, next Tuesday, as well as Dr. Peter Kwasniewski next Thursday to talk about a new book that he's written. And he's kind of our a liturgical expert, so we can ask him all things liturgical next week. And we pray for your safety and the safety of the pilgrims and everyone. We hope you have a safe journey. Where are you headed next after Spain, Bob?
I'm going right back to Rome, Matt, and we're going to cover some things in the follow-up to the Synod, trying to make contacts and keep lines of communication open. I'm also going to be going to the Vatican archives. I've got a project. I'm going to be looking at some special archival material related to the pontificate of Pope Pius XII.
Very interesting. We'll look forward to updates as you're able to provide them.
I will give them to you. Oh, Matt, we also have there's a selection coming up next week, isn't it?
Yes, a selection. Yes. The election day in the United States is next Tuesday, and it's sure to be quite a spectacle. We'll see what happens.
I also think we should pray for our nation and pray for the common good. I think that's a concept that a lot of our politicians have forgotten. It's a lot of special interest pulling the nation apart.
Yes, we definitely need to pray for our country.
Okay, I guess I will sign off, Matt. I will be seeing Father Murr, I think, but it's too difficult to get to his place. We were going to sit by his fireside, and I expect him to be coming to kind of, with his special driving skills, he'll get us through the floods, but we won't have the ability to sit by his fireside and do a podcast. We'll be back with him next week, though.
All right, well, we'll look forward to that, and Godspeed to all of you on your end, and we'll keep you in our prayers on our end.
Thank you so much, Matt.
All right.
And happy 31st of October.
Yes, All Hallows Eve. Bye-bye.
Bye, Matt.